All right, welcome back, everybody, to Whisper of Winter Chapter 2, Reckoning of the Chained King, and welcome to episode 12. Today's episode begins with a short recap of the previous one. So the party traveled to the Feywild in search of Lucas's mentor, Alor Vysoren. They traveled to, along with the help of Don Luciano, they traveled to Senaliez, and met Titania, Queen of the Fairies, who revealed to the party that she had Alora trapped and was trying to convince her to join the war effort against her son Godric. She would reveal that she would hand Alora back to the party if the party traveled to this laboratory and get the notes of a wizard named Carsus. The party traveled to the laboratory, got jumped by Vincent Ripley and Don Luciano, who, in a move surprising nobody, betrayed the party, joined Vincent Ripley, and died in a single round. And after that, the party traveled back, learned that Titania had traveled to Yggdrasil in a bit of an emergency. The party, with the assistance of a guard casting a portal spell directly to Yggdrasil, joined her, and tragedy struck as Godric was joined by Astrid, Delilah Briarwood, and Akira, who was revealed to be the man who killed Sabine Hext. As the armies marched on Yggdrasil, a big battle occurred. The party escaped as Zelrun blew on the flute to summon the 5 Zodiac Dragons, and the party escaped on the back of Pisces, not before Lucas used his Keyblade to release something that was chained to the Tree of Life. As the party escaped, Carsus cursed the land with an eternal winter known as Fimbulvinter. And shout out to all my Norse myth fans out there. He escaped and learned that something had just been released from the Tree of Life, but it was not what Lucas saw. Zigbar appeared, taunted the party, thanking Lucas for his help, disappeared shortly after, and the party decided to track down the other 2 vestiges of Divergence. They also learned that Alora now could, in real time, track Zigbar's location, as she revealed to the party that he was hiding out in a mountain range in Taldori, which is where we are now. So, we're going to switch music really quickly. Hold on. Alright. So you guys are in this snowy forest. There's a lot of snow coming down and it's very cold. The wind is blowing. And yet you see Alora has casted this tiny hut kind of around you guys to keep you warm, and you're sitting around a campfire. Yeah, it's a few hours after it's a few hours after the big battle of Yggdrasil. All the armies, you see off in the distance, the armies are marching away. Yeah, you see that as you guys sit around this campfire, you see Alora looks at you guys and is like, right, we can rest for a bit, but I can take us back to Sigil, and we can head back whenever we're ready. Is there anything you all wanted to do before we head back, though?
No. Yes, we needed to rest.
You see she nods. And you see she points her staff at the fire and brightens up. And she says, "All right, sounds like a plan. I'll keep watch over the hut for a bit, and yeah, just rest up." And you see she stands and then goes and stands on the outside of the hut and just watches.
You sure you don't need any protective winter gear? It gets pretty chilling out there.
She looks back and is like, I mean, I'll be alright. I mean, I'm close enough to the campfire. It's not too cold, but I mean, I've been in colder places before.
You know, I could set you on fire if you wish. I mean, it'll
Oh,
add consistent warmth to your entire
I'm.
being.
That's very considerate. Thank you. But no, I'm all right. Thank you.
Oh. Okay, well, just let me know if you do. and he goes back to lie down, just get a little rest.
Hell yeah. Um, yeah, you see there are like a bunch of beds laid out in this like tiny hut around this campfire, keep you warm. Yeah, as you guys head down to bed that evening, is there anything you guys wanted to accomplish?
I'd say before kind of heading to bed, Lucas would be out of the tent for a little bit and moderately wailing on the nearest thick tree. And uh, sort of one of those like silently aggressive uh, training moments, you know?
Mhm. Um, as you are punching this tree, you see Alora kind of like um, quietly. You see, she's like not sure of what to say, and she's just kind of like watching from a like pretty safe distance as she's kind of like standing awkwardly, and she looks at you and says, "Are you all right? Do you need anything, Lucas?"
He kind of stops after like punching. He kind of like punches it a little harder, stops, turns to Laura, and it's just like, yeah, I'm fine. Just thinking.
You see, she says, "That's man's greatest enemy, you know, their own thoughts. I know from experience, at least." Um,
Yeah, I hear that.
I I can't force you to be willing to talk to me about it, but I can assure you that I'm here, and you know, if you ever do need anything, you can ask.
It's just when I got back from Kingdom Hearts and was and also during some of the time here, promised myself that nobody would take control of me like that. Not again. And for months I thought I could hold myself to that. And then next thing I know, it almost happens all over again.
Yeah, I know it's hard, um, but in this, in these times when we are being controlled, when things are being changed outside of our control, it's important to look at what we can do, we can control, and the choices we have.
I know I'm not as mentally strengthened as I would like or anyone might think I am. I'll admit that most of my strength probably comes more physically than anything else.
She says, it's not a bad thing to have physical strength. I think it's great. And, well, you shouldn't shame yourself in. You are a smart man, Lucas. And I know that you'll figure a way out of this situation. You always do. And the reason that I know for sure is because you're working with us. So.
I'll admit, there are still a few things that I have to work on. And then you see Lucas just kind of looks at himself and looks at his moderately altered nobody cloak,
Mm.
as he still has it altered to where it's sleeveless and instead of black is sort of the darkish blue that he was wearing originally. He goes, "You have any idea how long and how often I've looked at this thing and had the thought of just throwing it away or even burning it?"
Well, as to. Truthfully, I did not know that you had those thoughts, but there must be a reason that you didn't. Now, of course, I'm not. You know, things are never as black and white as they seem. There are grey areas, always. I don't want you to make the assumption that you are as bad as any of the people that we have fought before. And you see she, like, takes a step forward and puts a hand on your shoulder and goes like, Lucas, as long as I'm around, you'll be safe.
It's not myself I'm really worried about. I don't know how much of the tournament that you saw or know about, but towards the end of it, uh, we had to face Emiko one last time. And during that fight, I felt in my heart that same urge, that same darkness that I did when I was a nobody. And for the remainder of that fight, I let it take over me, and the next thing I knew, she was on the ground in half.
I'm not going to say she deserved it, because no one wishes death on another person. But you cannot beat yourself up. People make mistakes, and people take things too far in the name of revenge all the time. And I hate to see you going through this. So what I will say for now is that I think you're a good man. Even if I've seen anger get out of hand sometimes. But it doesn't change the quality of the person inside. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, I know, and when Zigbar was here earlier and I was saying how much I was done just trying to fight myself about the whole darkness and shit, I actually meant that. I'm tired of all of it, and that's at this point, I don't really care anymore about trying to attain a heart of gold, because let's be honest, I'm a very poor example of that. If, I mean, yes, I am good to people. I am not someone as, I'm not someone as heartless as Zigbar. Ha, that's fun. That's a joke, but I'm not as heartless as Zigbar or as tyrannical as the Briarwoods. But let's be honest, I ain't no saint either.
No one has a heart of gold. It's the truth. And no one's a saint either. I mean, I wasn't perfect before. Still not. I mean, I make mistakes all the time. Sort of parts of, you know, existing is making mistakes. But
Didn't one of your friends become an immortal servant to a god? Sorry, I've been trying to read a little bit more into history, and I don't know, your name comes up quite a bit in some of the records.
it is true. But my time on the council and my time with that man you just mentioned, I will. I look back on it and smile, but that's in the past now. I'm gonna get some rest. You gonna be alright?
Yeah, I think my knuckles have had enough of a tree for one day.
Alright. I'll see you in the morning.
Yeah. On a different note, how the hell did Ripley become a part of the Excalibur program? Because also, isn't he related to someone who was a part of the whole thing in Whitestone years ago with that same particular group? Like, how
She
did
nods.
nobody catch that?
You see, she nods and says, "Yeah, it's true. Um, my brief conversation I had with him in Whitestone, when the whole thing with Mona was happening, I was talking with Vincent. It resulted in much of a duel, but what I learned was that, yeah, he looked up to his cousin, Anna Ripley, and yeah, he met Lord Drakeon at a party, and Drakeon told him about Excalibur, and he was looking for something to join, so, you know, I guess he joined that way. That's all I know."
Hmm. Honestly, now that I think about it, makes me kind of wonder about any of Delilah's extended family. How, if maybe they, I don't know, maybe they either have the same sort of reputation as her and her husband did, or if they just gonna have to live with the struggle of it, knowing that those two were, well, one was a vampire and the other was a bit of a bitch.
She nods And it's like, I couldn't imagine having the last name Brio with that sort of reputation carried around, but
Yeah.
oof.
Honestly, it makes you think what's worse. Being descended of a reputation of a hero? Or of a, well, for all intent and purposes, the villain.
Both have their bad sides. I'm
Don't I know it?
well. I going to bed. Rest well.
Yeah. You too, Laura.
Yep, Zelra.
So Zelron, he, during all that, he, instead, he kind of, like, in the middle, like, of all that stuff that y'all were saying, he kind of had a change of mind, and instead of going to bed, he's up painting. He's not, like listening or anything, He's just, like, he couldn't get Sammy out of his head, so he decided to paint a picture of Sammy.
Aww.
Nice. Hell yeah. Yeah, nice. Yeah. After that, a nice painting is
Selena
made.
is gonna get to bed and try and wake up as early as she can.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you guys head down to bed that evening. The stars come out at night. And the evening goes by without issue. Everybody gets a long rest.
Hey. Well, I mean, all of our stuff reset at the level up anyway.
Fair enough. Hell yeah. So in the morning, you see Pisces, the dragon, flies down, and like kneels before the party once again, and is like, he says, "This, of course, could be a rumor, but my dragons and I have heard that the other 7 zodiac dragons, they were said to have been killed a long time ago, and yet someone has said that they have spotted them in a mountain in the immortal realm. So we'll be investigating into that. But of course, if you still need anything from us, feel free to call."
Thank you. And I hope that your endeavors prove fruitful, and you can actually finally have your brethren back.
He bows to you and flies off. Hell yeah. So you guys see that it is morning. You gather all your stuff. You see Laura says, "All right, I'll take us back to Sigil, and then we can just find the door back to the mortal realm." Sound like a plan?
Sounds good to me.
Get the hell out of this blasted place.
Yeah, you see she points her staff forward, casts a spell, and you see that she teleports you guys back to Sigil. Yeah, once again, you're back in the City of Doors. This time it still looks like New York City, but it's draped in snow as Fimbulwinter. So like wreaths and like Christmas trees and things like this. And yeah, you guys head back to the door that'll take you right to Exandria.
As we're walking, I'm gonna look to Laura and was like, "Oh yeah, how the hell did you hear about this place?"
She says, I found out about it during my time on the council. It was kind of like, I don't know if you ever heard the story of like Ironwood, but it's kind of similar. where its existence is like speculated, and no one was sure. But yeah, I just kind of, the truth is, I just kind of stumbled upon it one day.
I mean, I've heard of a person named Ironwood, but honestly, he was a bit of a dick.
You see, she shrugs and is like, well, um, that story I'm not too familiar with, but
Eh. No, nah, because honestly, this is like way too eerily reminding me of home.
do you have a city back there that looks like this?
Pretty damn close.
Couldn't imagine having buildings this tall all the time. You know, it feels like it's inconvenient. You know, if you're trying to get to the, if you have something at the top, you need to do. You know, I mean, we can teleport, but it's like, you know, still
Eh,
inconvenient.
yeah, you have no idea.
She nods. You guys head off to Exandria. Um, you see, she says, you see, Laura says, uh, well, we could travel back to Rosanna, or we could. I'm not entirely sure where the next vestige is, but I have a general idea of the area. Um, do we want to stop by the city first?
I'd say, well, at least my opinion would be to stop there to devise a strategy or devise some sort of plan to nab it before we head off.
Rosanna would give us a bit of a safe haven before heading out, as far as the rest of Exandria are concerned. We are still wanted criminals because apparently the Dwindles hate us, and I don't know, maybe the guy in Zadash, the one that you
Oh,
said was a bit of a flake.
Drakeon?
Yeah, him.
Oh God,
Pitfall.
yeah, he's. I mean, he is a bit of a dick, but you know, have you ever known like a guy that like he's just a lot. He's just a lot. I don't know how else to describe it.
He's an asshole, is what he is.
It's true.
I know people who fit both categories.
Um, you see, she casts a teleport spell, and you guys arrive back in Rosanna. It's snowy here as well. Large, kind of like you see the trees have turned this like unnatural looking like purple in their like bark. Um, but yeah, you guys arrive back in Rosanna, and heavy snow blankets the ground. Um, Everyone is kind of like dressed in warm coats and like hats and gloves. Um, and as you
Lucas uses the bangle to turn his sleeveless cloak back back to having sleeves on it.
He's
hell
gonna
yeah,
and he's gonna say, "Oh, you bastard." I'm gonna make a run to. I'm gonna make a run to the clothing shop. I cannot stand it. Uh, I thought it was only gonna be in that place. Yes. So, who wants to come along with me? We need to dress up.
I'm pretty cozy right now.
Actually, I can also magically change my clothing, but I'll join you while you shop.
What is with you people?
Hey,
Anyone
don't
else?
look at me. I don't even cast magic. I just kind of stole this thing, and he grabs the bangle.
I
It
mean,
shows the bangle, and it's like
out of all of us, I'm the one that needed to be disguised, so.
So anyone else as well who would like to come along? No one. I
uh,
bet.
see, Laura says, "Yeah, I mean, I'll come with. You know, I have no reason not to."
All right.
I don't mind looking around at the other shops and see what they got.
I mean,
Alright.
yeah, let's meanwhile.
Alright, then I
Oh
guess.
yeah, I forgot I'm still. No, I forgot I'm still kind of broke. Shit.
Oh, wait, yeah, how much moodies do we have?
Oh, that's a good ass point. I didn't. So for you guys have been through a lot of fights, so I forgot to roll for how much gold you guys received. So I'll do that now.
hmm
We have 2 gold. Or at least I have
2 whole.
That'd be terrible.
All right, guys.
See, he's spending money.
Yeah, let's.
Spending money
let's
would be
just
nice.
roll some funny dice. Everybody receives 103 gold each.
Can I use my meta magic to reroll that 0-0?
Well, I mean, 0-0 would give us technically 100, wouldn't it?
It's true.
So, where do you check how much money do you have?
It's so,
It's right above equipment.
would that technically make it 203, considering it's there's a 0-0?
I don't think Shard miscalculated.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well,
fuck. I think they counted as a 0 instead.
which is kind of lame.
That is shit. Fuck. Damn it. Alright, anyway. He got his gold, his pocket full of coin, and he's gonna, you know, he's just gonna say, alright, whoever's with me, with me.
Eh, I don't mind watching the shop.
I'll follow you. Stelina says as she awkwardly searches her bag for the 5th time to figure out where the fuck her money is.
Actually, speaking of shopping, I realized this last combat session I had to go through the VODs to find out that I had removed money last time we went shopping and not added my items. So I haven't written down what I had, but I'm gonna have to add that.
Oh.
Last time I was like, why do I only have greater healing that I just received? Where's the rest of my potions?
Speaking of which, Zelron, well, actually, no, never mind. This wouldn't really bring to. Well, at the mention of potions, he'll mention what he was gonna say, because I mean, it wouldn't really jog his memory up until y'all said something. So yeah, he's just gonna continue to go ahead and forward.
Oh yeah. You guys head to this clothing shop, and there's a bunch of like racks of clothes and hats and gloves and boots. Yeah,
Is
you
it
see there's-
GP?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh. God damn, no wonder I missed it. It's so fucking small. Okay.
Shard is weird.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, but it's better than roll 20.
so you guys see that, yeah, there's this like dwarf behind the counter, who kind of like waves at you guys as you walk in. Is like, good evening there. Did you have custom orders, or did you want to just browse, or?
I have an order if you have it. If not, it's a custom order. Sorry, I apologize in advance. I'm new to this sort of thing. And he turns to the party. I'm not really new to this thing.
Lucas is like standing outside watching all this.
Yeah, you see, he says, "Oh, you're new to this thing, are you?"
Yeah. So don't swindle me.
Oh, I would never dream of it. Oh no, I mean, it depends on what kind of clothing you're looking for. Are you? I mean,
So it depends on the clothing whether or not you're gonna swindle me.
I was just thinking about that.
you see, he says.
I say that out loud.
He puts his hands up and is like, "That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. I'm just, you know."
I'm just yanking your chain. Anyways, I would like you. I'm looking for something that is very light and breathable, yet has just a full-on lung sleeve. It's just something to cover up my. And he looks down at his like full bare torso. My entire top. Just something thin,
Nice.
but you know, something that can keep me decently warm because my fire resistance can keep me warm on its own.
I see. Well, I could procure you one of the more kind of like nice, like finer silk coats, if that's what you're looking for,
No coats.
or if you're
Just
no
a
coats.
long sleeve, just a long sleeve thermoconductive shirt.
Sure. Looking for any kind of designs or something just simple?
It's something to go with my color scheme.
I see. See, he drops this. He puts this kind of like maroon looking like long sleeve shirt made out of like leather. Kind of like holds it up in front of you and is like something like this.
Actually, that would be perfect. But is there a way you can make the maroon even darker?
He kind of like puts the little hanger. I just dropped something. He puts the little hanger back on the rack and like switches it out for like another shirt. It's like this one's like more darker, like red looking, and he holds it up and is like something like this.
Perfect. I like that. I like that a lot.
All right, great. For this one, since you're new to the whole process, I won't hassle you. I'll run you only about 25.
Can I insight that? See if he's, telling the truth on the clothing?
Go for it.
Because the shirt should not cost as much as a fucking crossbow. I don't even know if crossbows
Right.
cost that much, but around that price.
An insight check.
Okay. 6-3.
He's bullshitting.
I fucking knew it. It says, sir, I believe that in the town where I come from, shirts don't cost as much as a crossbow.
He says, "Oh, right, yeah. My bad. My apologies. I'm very sorry. 10 gold pieces."
Say it again. Just
Can I think I'll take his word for him for this time around. 'Cause that one sounds a tiny bit more reasonable. So
Hell yeah.
yeah, he'll just bite the bullet and take it.
Okay.
He's gonna cop that fresh drip.
Hell yeah. Drip drop. You see he takes the little hanger thing off, and hands it to you in this like little plastic bag, and is like, "All right, fantastic. Great doing business with you."
Great. And one quick thing, he wants to get really close to him, and he's gonna pretty much prestidigitation his horns to grow larger and have like little bits of fire flaring off of them. And he says, "If you ever swindle me like that again, I will send you into the into the fiery pits of hell myself, where your entire insides will be eviscerated from your entire being."
You see, it falls like awkwardly quiet as the like rest of the customers look over, and you see this like this cashier is just like, he puts his hands up and is like, "Okay, man, I'm sorry, I didn't do it on purpose. I won't do it again."
Good. Okay. Goodbye then. And he just kind of and he just like immediately his horn just goes back to normal. His entire
My
thing
God.
goes back to normal. Good. Okay. Well, I'll see you next time. Thank you for your service. Bye bye.
He stands he stands completely still, and the rest of the customers quietly watch you walk out of the building. And yeah, you have this.
I'll politely wave goodbye to the store owner before walking out.
Okay, see ya. It's just you leave. Hell yeah. Yeah, you have this nice kind of like winter shirt that's gonna keep you warm. Yeah. Do you see, as you guys are walking through the city, you see Sammy comes up to the party again, and you see she says, "Oh, hey!" And she's got like a smile on her face and runs up to Zelron and like hugs him.
Oh, hey, hi, how are you? I didn't expect to see you out here. Well, I mean, I mean in the city, obviously, but like more like in the area that we were happening to be in.
You see she pats you on the shoulder and like releases and says, good, yeah, it's kind of, I'm surprised to see you guys too. It's been a long while since I've seen you guys, so.
Yeah. Before I forget, hey Lucas, I'm gonna need to borrow that magic bag of yours.
Why? And you see, while he was sitting outside, Lucas was like looking at, um, just kind of looking at the case that held the deck of cards that he also stole from Emiko's. He just looks to Zelron and is like, why?
Because I stashed an item in there while you were sleeping. But I didn't feel like carrying it all around with me. Okay, you can't blame me.
I mean,
Man,
fair.
isn't that bag supposed to be for the party?
Aha, you're our valet.
No.
No.
The bag is for
'cause if
the party. Therefore, if Lucas were to get tired, we share the responsibility.
Yeah, he's our personal valet.
I mean, I slap him with the bag of holding.
Oh. Come on, man. What? Hey, can I, He's gonna raise
Yeah, alright. And then he just kind of chucks it in.
Alright, he's just like, oh, okay. And then he just digs his hand, his whole arm reaches in. He's like, oh, nope. What? Jesus, what do you keep in this thing? Oh. Oh.
What does he keep? Hold on. What does he keep in this? Oh, yeah. From just my stuff, he has alchemist supplies, a bedroll, a chest, 20 crossbow bolts, a crowbar, his double-bladed scimitar, a hammer, 50 feet of hempen rope, a thing of holy water, some form of holy symbol. He's got a light crossbow. He also has a set of manacles, a mess kit, an oil flask, 2 regular potions of healing, 3 wooden stakes, a steel mirror, and 2 torches.
Okay, so as he's rummaging through this, he kind of feels the vial that has the holy water in there, and immediately he takes his hand out. Tsa! What the hell is in there?
Just kind of goes through it and is like, I don't know, what the hell did you touch?
I don't know, it felt like a vial of something.
Oh, hold on. Goes through it again, pulls out the flask of holy water and the flask of oil, and is like, and the 2 potions of healing is like, I don't know, those are the only vials I got.
Keep that thing away from me.
What?
Huh.
Wait, which
Didn't know.
one?
That thing there, I can feel its energy off of it. I can just feel it.
What, the holy water?
Yes. But why do you keep holy water in your backpack?
Oh, it's true. Huh.
What do you
I always
mean?
thought that was a weird, stupid rumor that holy water could hurt demons. But either that or you're acting.
Does this look like acting to you? He like sees that there's like a little like there's some mark on it just by touching the vial.
Well, that comes as a surprise.
And then immediately kind of like fades away.
I wonder if it works on nobodies. They're heartless enough to be demons.
Oh well, thank you very much. He reaches his hand back in, and then he pulls out the painting that he made. And he turns back to Sebi. Sorry about that. Here you are.
Lucas puts all 4 of the vials he pulled out, including the holy water, and throws them back into the bag.
Okay. You see, you see Sammy looks at the painting and is like, oh, wow. And she's like really impressed. She's like, how long did this take you?
An hour.
She nods and is like, thank you. I really appreciate it. When did you make this?
Last night.
You are the fastest artist I've ever seen. I mean, I really appreciate it. Thank you.
It's like the second time he's done something that fast, too.
Well, I mean, I can't keep up with this one over here. And he points over to Adelaide. Now she can bust out sketches like it's nothing.
Hey, but
Well,
sketches are different from a whole ass painting or drawing.
Have you seen
Exactly.
her sketches?
No. Well, a few.
Well, they're nothing to boast about like that.
That's what we all say. But, you know, deep down,
Yeah, that's true.
We look at our own work, you know. Anyways.
Never trust an artist when they say that their art isn't good enough. That's the moral of the story, because they're going to severely dumb it down.
But yeah, I just couldn't,
Know from experience.
I wonder who that could be. But yeah, no, he says, what's it? But yeah, I just couldn't. I don't know why. I just had to get this one out last night. I just couldn't fall asleep, so I just stayed up and I made this, and here you are. That's for you. You're, yeah.
Well, I really appreciate it. Thank you. And she like takes it. She like puts it in her. Can't stop dropping things. She takes it and puts it in her bag, and she looks at the party and says, "Well, it's how was the adventure? I'm hoping it was okay. I'm glad you guys are all right."
Well, we got back in one piece. Well, we got back in one piece. But in the meantime, we might have assisted in the resurrection of a terrifying wizard who then decided to cast an ever-eternal winter, I guess, across the entire realms. And also, I might have unleashed something.
She says, "Well, that's a terrifying prospect. But yeah,
Join the club.
She says, well, it's been a year since you guys left, and
Wait, a year?
What?
Yeah, you guys went to the castle, and the queen told us you were going to some city of doors. That was a whole year ago."
He looks at everybody else. He's like, huh?
Wait, so out of character, did we go through some sort of time loop, or did we genuinely just have an adventure that lasted a year?
Kind of a time loop thing. Time between the material plane and Feywild is very different.
You see,
Yeah, I should know a bit about time differences when the
Yeah,
first time you see
yeah.
your friend, they're already like
Yeah.
70 fucking years old, huh?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you miss and
Okay,
you're gone
okay.
for a year and they already have children. Uh-huh. I know a
Moving
thing or two
on.
about that.
It was very targeting.
all right.
Yeah, it is. It's
Friendly
very
way.
targeted.
It is extremely targeting and extremely specific in a friendly way.
A year?
Yeah, okay, one, rude, but not
Aw,
inaccurate.
excuse me.
But yes.
That can't be possible, though. We just left.
You see,
Lucas just kind of thinks for a second, just kind of then just kind of looks at everyone and is like, oh, I see what happened here. Just kind of looks at Crystalline and is like,
To get it too.
is this how you feel whenever?
This is how I feel whenever I leave Whisper of Winter or somewhere else. I'm gone for a year, I come back and it's been 20 and everyone has children. Yes, it is.
Okay, that is
Exactly how I feel as a dream traveler that can't control where she goes or how much time passes between those universes.
What's a
Oh
whisper?
god, time.
What is that?
I'm a little confused as well, but either way, let's ignore it. So, if we're correct, there's some sort of time differential bullshit going on between here and the Feywild.
Wait,
Oh.
hang on. Also,
Yeah.
Just be glad it
Um,
wasn't 20.
that
It
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know much about the Feywild because I'm not kind of like studied up in that area, but yeah, it's you guys left with the queen like a whole year ago, and then yeah, a few months ago it just started snowing and it never stopped. Even through the summer months, it was so cold and everyone thought it was weird, but no one could really do anything about it. And it's just been
Yeah. Do you know if we're still wanted, by the way?
I think so. I mean, I don't keep up much with politics, but it kind of seems like the king up north is kind of still holding on to that grudge a little bit.
jeez.
Wow.
Has
Okay, wait, which queen? Wait, which queen? Dwindle or Drakeon?
Oh, the dwindles, yeah.
he's been
Damn,
here the whole
Dwindle's a
time, the
dick.
king?
To my knowledge, I mean, I don't, maybe he left the castle and something like that, but I'm not entirely sure. I mean, my understanding is that he's been here. There sure are still more wanted posters with your faces all around. I mean, not here in this city, but around Wildmount.
That
Damn.
can't be right. He was in the Feywild as well.
Wait, what?
We passed him in the Queen's castle, Titania's.
Shit. Okay, well, first off, goddamn, Dwindle's a dick for holding him to a grudge for a whole frickin' year. Also, how can he be here and in the Feywild? That doesn't make sense.
Maybe at some point during the year he was gone, he left to the Feywild and
Yeah, but he would have gotten caught in the time differential as well, so time would have passed for him as it did for us.
Even if it wasn't a whole year, somebody would have noticed that he was gone for months.
Exactly.
Sammy, I would like you to accompany me to the monastery, if you will.
Oh, sure. Yeah, we can go.
Yeah.
Is there a reason why?
No reason. He's gonna turn back to the rest of the party. He says, "Alright, so I need to check something out. When I get back, we can, I guess, discuss a plan on how we can get this next vestige. But, this is something that I need to, check up on first."
I understand.
Go if you guys would like.
Yeah.
Go if you guys would like, need anything. Just let me know. I don't know how you would let me know, but we have a mage right there. Points to Alora, and so yeah.
You see, yeah. So Sammy and Zelron walk off towards the monastery, and Lou is yelling at me in general.
Yeah, I saw that.
I just saw that too.
So you guys see, yeah, Sammy Zelron.
Yeah, I'll let you deal with that, Carlo.
So yeah, as you guys arrive to the monastery, you see the double doors slide open, and you see, yeah, some of the previous students who were studying at this monastery, they're still here. Most of them just, yeah, look a year older. Robin is like a year older than he was before. And you see, yeah, some of the students like turn their attention to you as you enter. And you see Sammy looks at all her students and is like, "Guys, guess who's back?" And you see All the students like smile and wave at you as you walk in.
Hi everyone. I know it's a little bit weird for me to come back after all this time. Let's just say things came up and was not expecting to be this long, but hopefully that is if we don't go through the same shit or the same stuff as we did just now. I won't have to be gone as long as I was. But I just mostly came here to check up on all of you and see how you are all doing and how your martial arts has been improving. I trust that Sammy has been a good teacher in my stead.
You see, Robin nods and is like, "Yeah, she's been great. She's actually really good. She's a really great teacher." And you see, he looks to one of his friends and is like, "Do you want to see a short demonstration?"
I would love to. In fact, he's gonna walk over to the like practice ring, and he says, "Try it out, on me. I'll be in a quick opponent to see what you got."
You see, they look nervous and they're like, are you sure? I mean,
Don't worry. I just it's more of like a demo for you more than. So I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go too hard on you. This is
Okay.
more about you.
Sure. Hell yeah. So you see, Robin walks over to the little practice ring, and you see he puts his fist in his palm and like bows before you. Um, Hell yeah. Go ahead and roll either athletics or acrobatics.
I swear if I lose to a child.
Oh, he rolled okay. Um,
I've been gone
Yeah,
for a year. Maybe your frustration stems from the fact that you were gone for a whole year and everyone leveled up and you didn't.
you see that you quite easily handle Robin as he, yeah, it's a very like no contact, just kind of like shove, kind of like match. Um, and at the end of it, he's got sweat kind of like dripping down his face, and it's like, okay, I yield. Oh,
Well, so far I have been seeing noticeable improvement. I think that the thing that you lack more is stability. You are, as I've noticed, that you are very easily, I guess, movable. So focus on your balance and making sure that you can be stable whilst fighting.
like nods and bows before you, and is like, yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
And yeah, he's gonna be there for about an hour, kind of checking up on most of the students who just want to show him what they've learned and what he can give in terms of criticism and advice.
Hell yeah. Yeah, so you see that for the next hour you critique some martial arts students. You get to the end of kind of like this mini training sesh, and you see that, yeah, you see Sammy says, oh yeah, by the way, and she hands you, she tosses you like a water bottle, and
Nope.
she says, a certain someone taught me that it's always good practice to hydrate, when you're doing such intensive activities.
Indeed. And so he puts it up, and it pretty much, yeah, and he just downs the whole thing.
Hell yeah.
Gil.
You see Sammy walks over to this like little table, and she's got this what looks to be some kind of like radio. She sets it down on this like circular wooden table and says, So ever since you guys have been gone for like the whole year, there's been, I don't want to like get you down, but there has been like a lot of casualties around the continent. Um,
Wait.
and
Hang on. Before we begin this conversation, because I have a feeling of I know where it's probably gonna go. Let's head up in my office.
of course, all right, let's practice. Get some rest, everyone. And she like nods to her students. And she walks with you up into the office. And you see she closes the little like shoji doors. And yeah, so you see she sets the little radio on your desk. And is like, still feel weird to you to be like headmaster?
A little weird, but I mean, I haven't really gotten into the full swing of it. So far, that is your job.
She smiles and is like, yeah, it's still weird for me. But yeah, so as I said, it's been a full year and there's been some casualties. This radio, it's connected to ENN, Excalibur News. It basically, so essentially, so yeah, this radio station essentially has been broadcasting the names of um, reported, incidents and deaths and number of casualties over the past few months. And, we've just been. Some students at the monastery have had their, have had their families, and some of them have gone missing, and we just hope we never hear their names on the radio or anything like this. Just figured you should know.
Thank you for filling me in.
Of course.
Things are not gonna get easier as we go along, are they?
They never, well, usually they never do.
Well, hopefully we'll find some sort of way to, I don't know what kind of way, but hopefully with all the stuff that we're dealing with, it has an impact on things that are going on here.
Yeah. I hope you guys find an answer soon. I don't know.
Anything else that you found out, or that you needed to fill me in with?
Well, for the most part, it's just been around the continent, just demonic incursions and attacks. But it seems like the local governments and soldiers, they've been able to deal with, them for the most part. But they just keep popping up. No, we haven't had any demons in the city so far here. But who knows, No one can predict when the next one is going to show up or anything like that, so that's all I know.
Alright. Well then, I might have you come along with. I'll actually have you come along with me when the students are all pretty much done for the day. I will need you to come along with me to fill everyone else in as well, and you could be our little news anchor.
All right, sure, sounds like a plan. You see, she kind of like stands there, and it's just kind of like she looks at you for a sec, and just like looks back at the door and is like, "Sorry, I'll just go," and just walks out awkwardly.
He's kind of just sitting there staring with the one eyebrow raised, and he's like, "Okay." And he's gonna get up from his desk and look back at the same picture frame of Emiko and Sabine,
Mm.
and just going to clean a few things up and head back out.
Okay. Yeah. You head out through the snow. Yeah, you see you meet back up with the rest of the party. Yeah. Uh, you guys see that as you group up, you see Alora takes out like a little parchment map, and you see she says, "All right, I think I have a general idea of the area that the next vestige is in. Um, it's in this place called the Afterlife Casino. It's hidden inside one of the vaults in the very back. Um, did anyone have anything in the city before, we headed out, or?"
At this point,
Lucas or Lucas is like leaning like on a wall off to the side and is shuffling the deck of cards in his hand. He's thinking for a second. He's like, "Eh, not really."
at this point, did Zelron and Sammy fill everybody in about the demon incursions and death and nastiness?
Yeah, I'll say yeah.
Alright. And then he's just gonna say, no. I think everything here is pretty much dealt with. At least for me.
All right. Adelaide, you ready to head up?
Yeah, I suppose so. I don't have anything here.
All right. Hell yeah. So you see Alora takes you guys to let's see here. Gotta pull up something really quickly. Hold up. Ding 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 ding. Cool. So you see that Alora takes you guys to this illustrious looking city by the name of Yggdrathod. Yggdrathod, where Sigil kind of resembled like a fantasy New York City, Yggdrathod kind of looks like a fantasied out like Las Vegas looking place.
Oh,
Still a bunch
no.
of like so there's so there's still a bunch of like flashing lights and different kind of like signs as you guys walk through, and there's like a bunch of like loud sounds of like casinos and like pachinko machines and like the sounds of like coins being moved around, and you see like a large crowd of people talking to each other, and the streets here are made out of like solid concrete, and it is like a little bit later in the evening, probably like noonish. You guys arrive here in Yggdrathod, which I will spell.
Lucas just kind of looks around and is like, "Oh, what the hell is this?"
You see Laura looks and is like, "Yeah, I really try not to come here for, much longer than I really have to. I've only ever been here one other time. This is Yggdrathon. The vestige is somewhere here in the city. I have no idea where it is, but it's somewhere."
I thought the point
Well,
of us staying in Razana was to devise a plan. Do we have a plan?
well, Laura said that Vestige might be in one of these places called the Afterlife. What do we know about that?
Uh, you see. Oh yeah, good. Laura?
Can,
No, I wasn't going to say anything else.
Okay. You
what?
see. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Zilron.
Do I know of it?
Make a history check with advantage.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Oh.
Different levels. You see, yeah, you have been to the Afterlife Casino maybe once or twice. This is like, yeah, during your kind of like Soul Hunter days. This place is like definitely where like this is like a very like suit and tie kind of place. It seems like everyone who walks in is very like high class, and they wear like golden like kind of like masquerade looking masks. Um, Essentially, yeah, people dress up here and walk in to play like poker and things like this. There are some like casino machines and things such as, but it is very, for lack of better terms, like elitist.
I feel like we're underdressed.
What do you mean?
Let's just say you'll know when you get there.
And also, this is coming from the guy who walks around bare-chested.
Good God.
Well, I'm not bare-chested anymore, at least right now. Once this.
Would you prefer to be bare-chested?
I would like to. Yes, it keeps me nice and.
I rest my case. And he just walks off. Still just lightly shuffling the deck of cards in his hand.
Well, should we be in formal wear? We have time to change if it's gonna make us stick out.
Yeah, but not all of us can have magical items that can change your outfit at will. I'd have to spend another 10 gold for fucking crossbow suit.
I imagine it would be more than 10 gold for a fine suit.
You see,
Crossbow suit.
Alora. You see, Alora says, I mean, honestly, if you wanted, I could cast, like, a spell to make us look different, if that's what we wanted.
You know what? That probably would be the best bet, considering that we need to keep a low profile so we don't arouse any suspicion, considering we're about to steal a very, very powerful magical artifact.
Oh, say that a bit louder, why don't you?
Okay, we might actually have to...
Lucas covers his mouth.
And he actually was, like, saying it out loud before Lucas covered.
Yeah, Lucas just kind of grabs his mouth and is just like, she was being rhetorical, you idiot.
And I gave a rhetorical answer. What do you mean?
Oh my god, to
Oh,
think
dear.
that sometimes I was this oblivious.
Uh,
Anyway, let's go Selrin's mouth.
Alright.
okay.
And it's like, alright, fine. I just got done changing this damn coat. He's gonna use the bangle to shift his clothes again. Still kind of keeping it in the sort of aesthetic of the nobody cloak, but in the form of in the form of a suit.
Hell yeah.
Blade's sort of winter gear will shift to a red formal dress.
Suit,
Nice.
please.
Yeah, you see Alora like points her staff and casts Seeming on Zelron and Crystalina. And yeah, Zelron, you as like a puff of smoke appears and then vanishes. You look down and you're in like a two-piece suit and like a nice like blue tie.
And he says, Alora, could you change the color of the tie? Everything else is good, but I want my tie to... I need it to match. You can't have mismatch. I need to look good, okay? Even though we are incognito.
Okay. She snaps and the tie turns red.
Ah, now that's more like it. How do I look, everybody?
I think you'd look better in a dress.
You're now... If you weren't on my shit list already, you're already there now.
Dude, you've been on mine since we met.
Well, god damn it. Now we're on each other's. Anyone else?
Honestly, I think we've been on each other's shit list ever since we almost fought each other on the bridge.
Anyone else?
You look wonderful, Zelran.
Thank you!
Alora nods and is like, I think you look very dashing as well. You know, just complimenting my own design. Anyways,
He even says it in a higher pitched accent, pitch tone. Thank you!
yeah, of course. Alright. Casino, everyone.
Yep.
Yes.
And while they're walking, Lucas is going to throw his the dragon blade into the bag of holding because a giant weapon on the back of a guy in a tux. Nobody wants to see that. He's gonna look to everyone else and is like, well, if we're gonna go formal, probably best to not brandish weaponry.
You are absolutely right. Here, take this. And he tosses the cursed blade to him.
He just throws it in the hole.
Nice. So hell yeah, you guys walk. You walk through the city. You get to this. You get to this casino. That is the Afterlife Casino, and there's like a big sign, like flashing lights, and the symbol is like a little like flame symbol. As you guys walk in, very traditional, like Las Vegas ass casino. Very like red carpet kind of place. Everything's like fenced off. There's a bunch of people, men and women dressed in like suits and dresses, and like wearing gold masquerade masks at these various different like casino machines and poker tables and stuff like this. You see Alora casts a quick locate object spell and says, alright, so the Vestige, the Staff of Harmony, it's in the very back of the casino. It's in one of the vaults. It used to belong to one of my friends, Drake Thunderbrand, but to my understanding, the keys are with someone here in the casino. So keep your eye out, I suppose, for any set of keys.
Will do.
You think we should split up, cover more ground?
You see Alora looks and is like, I mean, sure, yeah, we could.
I mean, we had pretty decent luck last time we split the party, aside from the fact that afterwards, apparently the king decided that, oh, never mind. I was going to be peaceful at first, but now I decide to threaten the two people who were trying to save the world, but honestly, all things considered, it could have gone so much worse.
It could always be worse. You see that Alora looks and is like, all right. And again, if anyone finds any keys, come find me. But the vault, and she like points to the back of the casino. If you do find the keys, the vault is through that door, I believe. And best of luck.
Thank you, and
alright.
best of luck to everyone else.
Let's get this done.
Hell yeah. Everybody roll me a perception check, if you don't mind.
Go,
Oh, dear.
team!
Oh, dirty
Oh.
20.
Damn,
Nice.
16.
I got a 16 too.
Hell yeah. Oh,
Damn.
Damn.
hell yeah.
Oh, shit.
Alright.
Um,
No need to flex on us with your eyes now, okay?
If only I could be just as helpful at the battle scenes.
Right.
You're telling me, man.
Again, I'm always at the bottom of initiative.
I don't get it at all.
How much it plays into it, but so am I.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be the tank, though. I'm supposed to be towards the top.
Well,
so that-
usually not. So I
Yeah.
guess the universe doesn't want me to be at the top.
Oof.
Hell yeah. Hold on 1 second. You see that you guys all, like, it takes only like a couple minutes for you to spot like a golden set of keys around a necklace. You see that it is around the it's attached to a necklace of a dwarven man who is sat at one of the bars, and yeah, you see he's for all intents and purposes like completely like punch drunk, and he like leans back in his chair and he's like laughing robustly, and you guys all see like the keys around his throat, and he's like he's just sitting there laughing, enjoying his drink.
I feel like when Zelrun and Lucas saw it at the same, from like different sides of the room, they just kind of both look at it and like say, "Found it" at the same time. Yeah, it's just like one of those. Yeah, exactly. All right. What am I gonna do here?
Snatch it off his corpse.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ! No, we're in a casino.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Yeah, we snatch it off of his regular corpse. Okay, got it. You're right. I should probably be a little bit more decent than that.
Okay.
A, try and get him drunk. B, probably very bad idea. Gamble it off of him.
Oh, I have an idea.
Ooh.
Okay, here. Okay, this is out of character. What if firstly, what if I went up to him first as like a, as a quick test run? Since I have a high charisma, I can try to rizz him up.
I also
Okay,
have suggestion, but that's less fun.
and that's less fun. Okay. But okay, you could rizz him up.
Yeah, and if it doesn't, y'all can carry on.
We'll watch it a safe distance so he doesn't associate us with you if we ever have to try again.
Yeah, right. Also, who has the highest dex here? Because it sure as hell ain't me.
I have a +4 dex, 19.
Why?
Okay. So probably also Angel.
Yours truly.
I have a +4 of the big number's a +4 and the little one is an 18. I don't know what that means though.
Okay, so you and Angel have pretty much the same dex. Roz, what about you?
I have a +2.
Okay, so neither of us are gonna be doing shit.
What are you trying to do here with dexterity? I'm concerned.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna distract him, someone's gonna have to pick it off of his neck.
Sleight of hand. I see.
Yeah.
I have a +5 to sleight of hand.
My sleight of hand is a +4, but
A +9 with sleight of hand, Rose?
No, I have a +5.
Oh.
Okay.
Wow.
okay, I have an idea. Okay, so, well, here, with this whole conversation going, let's just say that we quickly regroup and we discuss this.
Yeah. Well, no. At this
Yeah,
point,
yeah.
at this point, we definitely regroup.
But far away from.
All right. Yeah, definitely. So
Good.
I also, out of character, I also have a deck of many things, which I feel like is going to come in handy somewhere here.
Oh, good God.
No. Oh God.
It's
You can if you want.
Don't
Zoran,
say
wait.
that. Yeah, no, go ahead.
If you wanted to rizz him up, but what is your persuasion?
Persuasion's +7.
Oh, okay, you
Oh,
beat me then.
shit.
I have a +6.
Yeah. But you know what you can do? Well, here, since you have a higher sleight of hand, we can okay, I can roll up. I can go up on him, and we can make it so
Yeah.
like we're not associated with each other. It's like
Uh-huh.
you sit behind him, and while I'm chatting him up.
Well, how am I supposed to get it off of him though? Because it's a necklace. I could have to break it off.
Yeah, true.
Well,
You know what? Maybe getting him drunk first is the better option.
That's a good idea. All right.
thought of a really disgusting way to try and get it off of him.
But
No.
Well, the fate of the world is at stake here. But,
Zelrun,
yes.
that power your mom does, can you turn into a woman?
Wait, say again.
Oh no.
Wait, what?
Oh
Yeah, the
no.
same power your
Oh no. No.
Wait. What? I'm sorry. Who turned into a woman? Or
Your mother could turn into a man. Did you not know that? That's how you were born.
She's saying this in character. Yeah, no, he's getting it.
he,
No, you
he kind
did.
of goes off and he kind of
Oh
walks.
my god.
He kind of like
We are
walks
not-
a little off to the side. And he's just like,
We are not doing an Asta. Okay, out of character. We are not doing an Asta trying to seduce Hades chick again.
I don't even know that, but okay.
it all makes sense now. Why didn't they ever let me know this? How could
They
I?
never told you?
How could I have come?
That's
Look,
why you're
Lucas
not
is just-
adopted.
Lucas just kind of stands there patting his back. Is just like, is so confused as to what's going on,
You wait
and it's
till-
like, there.
Okay. Wait. What a time to tell me this. When we should be focused. Okay.
Okay.
And he's shaking
So-
his head off, and he's just like, "I'll deal with that later." But now it's game time.
Okay, so we've got several possible plans that we could run. Leaving off the reverse Chad Manley.
Alora's like, if you do want to do that, I mean, I could just cast the spell again, if that's what you...
Spell?
Yeah, you cast the spell. I forgot about that.
No.
The disguise spell? No? Okay.
Well, it depends on. Is there a
Yeah,
way
I
I can
don't
assess what? Okay, here is there a way I can like look over to him and like assess what his interest is, women or men or both, or which one?
DM, how gay does this man look?
Yeah, pretty much.
Can I at least look to see how drunk this guy looks?
Yeah, go ahead and make an insight check.
You could
Yeah.
try.
You can
There's
certainly
my
try.
insight.
Person.
Never mind.
He does, on an 8, he looks pretty fucking hammered. He looks pretty fucking smashed.
All right.
Okay.
Now about is he like interacting with any like women, men, both?
It looks like he's kind of like desperately attempting to chat up anybody that walks by, and they kind of just like ignore him and walk by.
Okay, cool. All right.
So,
I'll just,
God.
I'll just stay in
Yeah.
my base form, and I don't have to go super Saiyan woman. Anyway, all right, and he says, all right, so first plan, I guess I go and I try to talk him up and try to get it off, and if it doesn't work, I'll just shrug it off as if like he's being a jerk, and I'll try to gaslight him, and I'll walk away, and that could be perfect timing
Wait.
for one of you to walk up and try to.
There isn't anyone that has some sort of magic to like duplicate stuff, is there? Didn't we like maybe or whoever talks to him like ask to see the necklace and then give him the fake one? Some sort of sleight of hand thing?
Good question.
See, you see Alora says, I mean, I have a spell sort of similar to that, but I would have to be kind of like close enough, maybe like 15 feet with him.
That I don't think
Well,
we
couldn't
can
be that hard.
I don't think I don't think
Hmm.
we should risk that just yet. Maybe let's try that after this attempt fails, because then the worst that could happen with this attempt is that I just, I just kind of just walk away and I just act like he's, the jerk.
All right.
Okay.
She walks over and like pats Zelron's shoulder and is like, all right, ready?
No, but it's for the world.
Mm.
And he's
Lucas is gonna walk off to the side to kind of watch all of this. And for all intent and purposes, even though his cloak is a suit right now, I'm just gonna say it still has a hood because god damn it, it's still a fucking nobody cloak. But for the sake of this, I'm gonna say that he has his hood up for this.
Okay. Hell yeah. So you see this man is kind of like leaning his head on the table of the bar, and you see he's like, he like groans to himself.
Hello there, my good man.
He perks up and is like, are you talking to me?
Yes, I am, and I couldn't help but notice that you were just sitting here in silence all alone. Any reason as to why that could be?
He immediately looks at you and is like, oh man, I gotta tell you, I have had the worst luck ever, you know.
Tell me about it. No, literally, tell me about it.
Oh, brother. You see he divulges and is like, no, man, every time, it seems like every time, you know, I chat up a person and they always leave. They always leave.
Bunch of assholes. Well, those guys don't know what they're missing. You just need yourself a good man, and luckily I came here to rescue.
You see he looks
This
and
is
is like,
pinching the bridge of his nose watching this. Which you just basically see two fingers reaching up to the inside of a hood. It's just that, oh god.
And you guys can tell that he's using it, not his real voice, he's using like this dark, like deeper, sexier voice. Like an arm,
With
like a
really
black
failing.
arm. Hey baby.
You see?
Good.
So he looks up and his eyes like shimmer, and he gets like sparkles in his eyes and is like, my Prince Charming, finally, my prayers have been answered.
They indeed have, my dear. Now, can I interest you into in a few drinks? Get like, you know, we could talk it up, chat you up, and you know, hopefully we both end the night off satisfied. If you know what I mean.
Oh, he smiles and is like, oh yes, I like this. I like where this is going.
I am too. So, and he says, what would you like? You want something strong? I'm pretty sure you look like a strong individual, so I would suspect that you would be into the strong types of liquor, right?
He nods and says, oh man, you're so nice, and you're paying for my drink. All right, well then I'll get a bourbon, I suppose.
All right.
Lucas in the background is just like, wait, this is fucking working?
So he's like, hey waiter, or hey bartender.
The bartender looks over and is like, yes, can I help you?
A shot of fireball for me, and a pitcher of bourbon for the handsome one over here.
Yes.
Coming right up. Pours the fireball and grabs the pitcher of bourbon and slides it over to you guys.
Thank you. Here's a tip. Ding! He flicks his one silver piece over to the bartender. And now he's poor in the silver department.
Takes it and smiles. So you see this dwarf whose name is Gorun. He looks at you and is like, oh, brother, you know, I appreciate you, you know, coming out here and talking to me. You know, I've just been so lonely lately, and, you know, I've just had the worst luck, and I can't believe you're finally here, you know.
Man, let me tell you, I have experience in that regard. I once, much like you, had trouble with, you know, talking with people and people not wanting to talk to me, but the difference between you and I is that you seem like one person who's worth talking to, so I don't know how anybody could ever miss this. So here, he brings the shot of Fireball and the pitcher over to in between them. He says, "You drink as much as you like. I'll cover it for you."
He nods and he's like, "Thank you so much again, man. Oh man, you really are." And he takes a shot, sits it down. "You really are my soulmate." And he just like leans on the table and passes out.
Can he he's gonna be like, oh, first he's not gonna just reach in and grab. He's
Okay.
not just gonna reach and grab the key. He's just mostly gonna just he's gonna play it up a little bit. He's gonna be like, hey, buddy, don't fall asleep. I've barely even known you. Come on, we're supposed to be ending this night off.
Lucas. Yeah, as the guy passed out, Lucas is gonna make his way also to the bar, not in the same area, but like maybe like 3, 4 seats away from where they're at and sit down.
Okay.
And he looks up and he's just like, he winks over at Lucas. He's like,
You see this man is like, "Oh, I'm sorry, man. The truth is, I mean, even though I'm a dwarf, I can't handle my shit." Oh.
What? Oh, well,
Oh.
let me say this. You have yourself a nice little nap, and I'll be here when you wake up. I won't go anywhere. You can trust me.
You promise?
I promise. Don't you worry, my handsome prince. You go off to a little bit of a nappy poo. And
Okay.
oh my God, he's gonna hate. He's even gonna. Oh God, he's gonna give him a little peck on the cheek to help sell it.
Lucas is gonna look at this and it's just like, yeah, I'm gonna need some booze to get that out of my mind. Barkeep.
Right up. Passes you a drink.
And so yeah, does he and as soon as he pretty much he's gonna wait for about a minute or so after he passes out, and he is going to yank the keys off of his neck. Well, not yank it. Yeah, obviously he's gonna try. He's gonna unhook the necklace and get it off.
Go ahead and roll sleight of hand at advantage because he's asleep.
Alright. Oh, fuck me. Oh, yes!
Alright. And not that it matters 100%, but Lucas ordered Dragon's Breath.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yes. So you see that first of all, Zelrun, this guy Goran, he like completely as he went for a nap, he like passed out with his head in your lap, and you like push him back up onto the chair and grab the keys from around his throat, and you have the golden keys. Lucas, go ahead and roll me a con save.
All right. Do I have proficiency? No, I don't. I should. Oh, shit.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, we're gonna roll for the effect that Dragon's Breath has.
You grow like 2 limbs.
Oh,
For the record. Oh, no. Oh, no.
okay.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. It is invisible to you at this time. But
Wait, what?
you see that, yeah, Zelrun, you have the keys now to this vault, and yeah, what do you do now?
He is gonna cast Prestidigitation, and he's gonna get up from the bar table slowly, and he's gonna put like a version of him on, like, just kind of just sitting there statically. It's not gonna move or anything, or else, that would be a completely entirely thing. But he's just gonna make a copy of him, just like sitting up there, like leaning over the bar with the drink in his hand, just like very static.
Yeah. and you walk back to the rest of the party. You see Alora.
As he's
Alora looks. Yeah.
as he's walking back, he's just like, you can hear him like.
Dude, you were unsettlingly good at that.
Yeah, you can
Lucas
thank
is
my
gonna-
mother.
Where did
Lucas
that
is
come
gonna
Yes,
wait
I
like maybe
can.
Lucas is gonna wait like maybe a minute before walking back to join up with the group.
Man, that was hell, and I've been to hell.
Where did that come from, Zelron? What the world?
I don't know.
Let's-
It's always been a part of our family. Just the Riz don't stop, I guess.
Let's just agree that you don't do that again.
I will agree for you,
All right.
but it works.
Um, we have the keys. You know.
Somehow.
Indeed, it did.
We should
So you see.
we should probably stick it in the bag before someone realizes we have this giant ass key.
Oh yeah, alley-oop, and he tosses it into the baggy bag.
It goes in the hole.
Yep.
Goes.
Oh god.
All right. Key in the hole. You see that. You see, yeah, you guys. Alora takes you to the back of this casino, and she kind of like guides you, kind of like away from the security as well. And you see, Alora takes you back into this vault. Stone floors. It's very like quiet. You can still hear like the muffled sounds of the like crowd outside. And you see, yeah, you guys walk up to this like vault with this circular door. Yeah, Alora takes the keys out of the bag, puts the key and turns it, and the door opens. And inside is this lustrous-looking staff. It's this beautiful wooden staff with carvings of like paintings of different like scenes of nature, like paintings and drawings of like a phoenix and like drawings of like water and like wind and fire. The staff is like multicolored, and you see Alora looks back at Crystalina and is like, well, I have a feeling the staff is for you.
I can just take it.
She says, I think so. She casts a spell inside the vault and says, there's no sort of sensor on the inside either.
I'm gonna check for traps.
Make a perception
Can
check.
I assist him as well?
Rolls advantage.
18.
You check the vault for traps. No. You're pretty confident there's no traps.
Pretty confident. I'm not ready for that. So he's going
And-
to go over to the front vault door. It's closed, correct?
Yes.
All right. So he's gonna stand guard pretty much, and he is just readying up pretty much for anything that might come through.
Yeah, no, I'm not seeing any trap of some sort here, which, all things considered, is kind of a little weird if you think about it.
That's precisely the reason why I don't trust
Right.
our thing.
Yeah. Alright, hold on. I got an idea. Zell, you stay at the door. And I'm gonna put my hand in the hole. And I'm gonna pull out my double-bladed scimitar. My old-ass double-bladed scimitar. And I'm going to fucking Raiders of the Lost Ark this.
Oh, hell yeah. Never seen that movie. You see that,
Basically, I try and swap the staff for the scimitar without hopefully triggering any possible not trap.
okay. as you gingerly reach up and pull the staff out of the little holder and place the scimitar back in, leaving like minimal time between swap. Nothing happens. The staff is pulled harmlessly from the holder.
Well, now I don't have my double blade scimitar, but that's fine. Lucas just kind of waits for a sec. Just kind of takes a breath of relief. Looks to the party and it's like, okay, so I think we're good. Though, if my dad was correct about that sort of thing, usually a trap triggers afterwards, and then we're all screwed, but hopefully we're fine.
Well, just for the safe side, Allura, you wouldn't happen to have invisibility, wouldn't you? I would like you to cast it on me if you do, so I can go and check outside.
She nods and points her staff towards you, and you turn invisible.
Alright, and he's just going to slowly open the